Hello everyone, welcome to SAM IELTS YouTube channel. So how are you all? I hope that you are fine and seriously preparing for the IELTS exam. Alright, the IELTS is the International English Language Test System which you need to clear if you really want to go and settle down in abroad. So you need to go to the abroad, especially the English speaking countries like Canada. You need to have this mandatory English exam document. So if you're really going for the abroad for studies, then you need to clear IELTS academic, else you need to clear IELTS general. So you need to clear this IELTS exam if you are really ambitious to go and settle down in abroad. Alright, without further delay, let's deep dive into today's topic. In today's topic, I'm going to discuss an important method that you can actually use in the IELTS reading exam. So, as you know, the IELTS academic and the IELTS general have the reading module. And in the reading module, you need to address for 40 questions within 60 minutes of time. Are you clear with this? Alright, so I'm going to address two reading question types and the method that you can actually use to solve these question types. The first important question type that I'm going to discuss here is called as the match the headings. Well, match the heading is one of the significant question type that you need to answer in the reading section 3. This is a huge question type and most of the IELTS aspirants would actually get petrified to solve this match the heading question type. So what you are going to do? How you are going to solve this? So I'm going to tell you the step-by-step strategy that you can actually use to clear the IELTS reading match the heading question type. Step number 1. If you get the match the heading question type, remember one instruction. Sometimes you will not get this instruction and sometimes you will get this instruction. Probably this instruction will be for the match the information alone, but I am telling you this instruction. NB, you may use the letter more than once. NB, you may use the letter more than once. Most probably 90% this instruction will be given in the match the information question type, which means you need to understand that if you get this instruction, one letter will be repeated twice. One letter will be repeated twice. However, in the match the heading, if you don't get this type of instruction. So what I meant to say is that you need to read the instructions carefully before starting the question. So whatever is the instruction, read the instructions carefully. And always note down the number of headings will be greater than the number of passage. For example, you may get 6 passage and your answers will be 9. So don't get worried or don't get terrified during this thing. Okay, it is the pattern that you need to understand. Are you clear with this? Yes. So if you get this, what to do and how to do? First of all, you need to read the passage. See, you need to read the passage and identify the main idea. That is very important. In the IELTS reading passage, one passage consists of only one main idea. All other points are called as the supportive points. Please do remember, the supportive points does not stand the main point. So you need to read the paragraph carefully with a detailed reading. Detailed reading means you need to take a time and read. You don't have any other option. You don't have any shortcuts for this. The one thing is that you need to read the passage neatly and carefully and identify the main idea. Once you have identified the main idea, you just have the main idea in mind and go to the answers. In the answers, you need to read from 1 to 9 without skipping any heading. You may feel that second option is the correct heading, just for example. And you think, okay, I have found out the answer and I'm going to stop there. No, please don't stop there. You cannot stop there because there would be another appropriate answer which will be used as a heading. Are you clear with this? So what you need to do is that with the main idea in the mind, go to the answers. And from there, you need to read from 1 to 10 or 1 to 9, whatever given. So from there, you need to choose a particular option. For example, if you are not 100% sure, don't worry, just put a circle on that or just put some marks on that so that you can move on. But please don't leave the answer as empty answer. Are you clear with this? So the thing is that you need to do this repeatedly again and again. This is for passage 1, and passage 2 and passage 3. Initially 3 to 4 passages will take time, and the last 2 passages or 3 passages will not take time, since you have cleared out and cut off most of the answers. And one thing I want to tell you very clearly, if you found out the answer which is 100%, please strike off the option so that your answers will be eliminated. There is something which is called as the point of elimination rule, and I will tell you what is called as point of elimination rule. In the point of elimination rule, sometimes you may find the exact word which is actually in the passage in the answer. Think that is not the answer, because the thing is that it is all about the main idea, and the heading will be always paraphrased, will not be as direct as you find in the passage. So if you find any direct answers from the passage, try to understand that that is not the answer. This is actually called as the point of elimination rule. Are you clear with this? Right. The next important thing that you need to understand is that once you found out the answer which is 100% correct, please don't worry, just put a into mark, which means you are just cutting down your answers. So if you cut down your answers for the last 2 or 3 paragraphs, your answers will be very minute, or it is very lesser. So the thing is that if you have only 3 options, and from that you can actually easily choose one thing. And suppose if you are not confused, suppose if you are not comfortable, or if you are not confident with the answer, please don't worry, just put a round symbol and then move on. Don't worry about the round symbol, always you can clarify that. So are you clear with this? So when you get this match the heading question type, the one important thing that you need to do is that read the passage, identify the main idea, have the idea in mind, and then move on to the answers. In the answers, read from 1 to 9, whatever options available, and when you find the confident answer, just tick the answer. Else, don't worry, just put a circle which is appropriate, more or less approximately you may feel that answer as the heading. Are you clear with this? This is a very important question type, and I am going to attach a sheet for you so that you can actually download the sheet and you can do it by yourself and check your answers in the comment box. Please put down your answers in the comment box so that I can really help you to clear this match the heading question type. Are you clear with this? Well, now I am going to move on to the next question type, which is actually called as a match the information. Remember, match the heading and match the information are not one and the same. Match the heading is something different, where you need to identify the main idea and then you are going to give the heading. Whereas in the match the information, you need to understand that you are just going to fetch the information. So you are going to read the passage and you are going to have the idea about the passage, and you are going to fetch the information, whether it is given in the passage or not. That's all. Clear? The match the information is much simpler compared to the match the heading. So what you need to do? Step number 1, read the passage clearly. Step number 2, go on to the answers. Read the option. Always I told you the instruction. Do you remember? NB. You may use more than letter once, which means one letter will come twice. And there will be one passage which consists of absolutely no information. Are you clear with this? Cool. So the thing is that if you get this instruction, you need to understand that one letter will be repeated twice, and there will be one passage which doesn't have any information. For example, the passage A will come twice and the passage B will not have any information. So you need to keep this in mind very clearly before addressing the answer. Clear? Alright, so step number 1, read the passage, which is detailed reading. Step number 2, go to the answer, read one by one. And if you really found out the information is in the passage, then absolutely that's the answer. And if you are not able to find out, no problem, just move on to the next passage. Please don't worry, because in the match the information, sometimes it is really hard to find out the answer for the passage A. Though it is a weird technique, I will suggest you to start from passage B. It doesn't mean that I didn't want you to omit the passage A. However, passage A will be a little confusing in the match the information. So what you can do is that you can just start from the passage B and go on and then move on to the passage A at last. So never leave any passage. But the one thing you need to understand is that you want to start something which is of easy, right? Yeah. So the thing is that you can actually start from the passage B, read the passage, observe the information, go to the question, check for the information which is given and then just circle it. That's all. The answer is quite simple. But remember, always paraphrasing plays a critical role in the match the information. Because the information, though it is available, it will not be in a direct word. So you need to use the synonymous language, which is actually called as the paraphrased words. Are you clear with this? This is actually called as the match the information. So I'm going to attach a PDF where you can download and you can just do the match the information heading, and you can actually write down your answers in the comment box, and I'm there to help you out to clear the IELTS in the first attempt itself. In SAM IELTS, we have helped hundreds and hundreds of people to achieve their dream, to clear the IELTS exam in the first attempt. So what are you waiting for? If you really like this video, please like, share and subscribe this video. Thank you.